Now these fish are called the comet, or better known as goldfish. The standard goldfish. Now goldfish are bred from the Cassaris auratus, which is a little brown, bronze coloured fish from China. And about 1,000 years ago they started actually keeping these fish, and when they kept them in ponds, which were geographically isolated from other fish, then various recessive genes were actually bred into dominance. So they started creating various colours. So the goldfish in general is a man-made fish, just like the Japanese created the koi from the European carp. So also a line-bred species of fish. So the plain gold ones are called the comets, and then the gold and white ones are called the Cerasus, and then the multicoloured ones are called the Shabunkins. And these are all single-tailed varieties. And as you can see by the ones in the back, they do get quite large, up to about 30 centimetres. Now mixing these fish with other fish can be done, but generally not that successfully. For a start, these fish do not need a heater, whereas most other species of fish that you're going to keep in an aquarium usually need a heater, and there are very few fish that do get away without a heater, and they're called temperate water fish. It's things such as the rosy barbs, the mountain clouds, the zebra danios, the golden medarkas, the peppered corydoras, the sucking cats, and none of those fish do I really recommend keeping with goldfish, although I'm not going to say you can't do it. I'm just going to say that in general those fish will either suck on the side of the goldfish, nip their fins, or if they're small the goldfish might swallow them. So these are the straight-tailed varieties, and these are the fan-tailed varieties. And the fan-tailed varieties basically just mean that they've got two tails instead of one tail. And amongst these you've got the black moors, you've got the calico fantails, which are the spotty ones, and these are all line bred from the straight-tailed, and they're bred to have a much more condensed, round sort of body. And then you've got your fancies, and the fancies you've got things like your red caps, you've got your pom-poms. This is a pom-pom, that's a red cap. This is unfortunately a pearl scale. These are called bubble eyes. These are arandas, and they are literally bred by lionhead over here, by breeding recessive genes into dominance. So this ugly big growth on the head is a recessive deformity. These guys here don't even have a dorsal fin. Ranchu, they've also Ryukun, various different ones that are all recessive genes bred into dominance. Now in general, the more simple they are, the easier they are to keep, because the more likely they're going to have dominant genes. The more weird and wonderful they are, calico fantails, calico bubble eye, the weirder they are in general, the more recessive genes they're going to have, and the easier they're going to die. Now also, all the laterally compressed ones, such as this guy here floating upside down, quite often, because of the way they're bred, they actually don't have much room for their swim bladder, so they're really susceptible to floating and buoyancy problems. So that's just a swim bladder disorder, which is very common. Sometimes feeding them a frozen pea can help them, but other times there's no help for them because it is in the way that they're bred. Now this tank here is a tank full of baby koi. Now there's all different sorts of koi which also are line bred, but line bred from Japan. And the main thing you need to know about koi is that they grow and grow and grow. So if you put those baby koi with these fish here, you really wouldn't have a problem with any of these fish. But as the koi grow and grow and grow and grow, you do expect to have problems with the koi, just because they're faster, they're more competitive, greedier, and they grow faster, and not because they're necessarily aggressive. Anyway, if you've got any tips, hints, advice on goldfish keeping, on mixing goldfish, then put a little note down the bottom.